Rational numbers. Students will interpret sign numbers in contexts such as temperature above or below zero and elevation above or below sea level. The unit vocabulary for this unit: absolute value, below sea level, coordinate plane, factors, inequality, and multiples. This week you will work with sign numbers or positive and negative numbers. We often compare sign numbers when talking about temperatures. For example, negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit is colder than negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. We say negative 30 is less than negative 10 and write it negative 30 caret towards the negative 10. We also use sign numbers when referring to elevation or height relative to the sea level. An elevation of 2 feet, which means 2 feet above sea level, is higher than an elevation of negative 4 feet, which means 4 feet below sea level. We say 2 is greater than negative 4. We can plot positive and negative numbers on the number line. Numbers to the left are always less than numbers to the right. Absolute value. The absolute value of a number is its distance from 0 on the number line. The absolute value of negative 7 is 7 because it is 7 units away from 0. If you put your pointer on the negative 7 dot and then count towards 0 and jump at each tick, you jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps until you get back to 0. The absolute value of 5 is 5 because it is 5 units away from 0. Inequalities. You will compare positive and negative numbers with inequality symbols such as less than and greater than. They will also graph inequalities in one variable such as x is less than 1 or 1 is greater than x on the number line. Real world situation. A food scale can measure up to 9 kilograms of weight. What weights, which is x, can the scale measure? If you put the dot at 9, all the weights that are less than 9 and including 9 would be options for an answer. Inequality is x is less than or equal to 9. X can be any quantity, including non-whole numbers, up to and including 9 kilograms. This includes decimals and fractions. When you talk about the coordinate plane, you will talk about coordinate planes 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have been used to seeing only quadrant 1. Now you'll be talking about all 4 quadrants. In quadrant 1, all values are positive, so x and y have a positive value. In quadrant 2, which is to the left of quadrant 1, they have a negative x and a positive y value. If you go down to quadrant 3, which is directly reflected over the origin from quadrant 1, they both, x and y, have a negative value. And then directly below quadrant 1 is quadrant 4. This is where x has a positive value and y has a negative value. It is important for you to know which quadrant has which value. You will be able to count the distance between 2 points on the coordinate grid by counting jumps, just as you would on the absolute value line.